Dzień dobry, jesteśmy na wydarzeniu ALSO i moim i Państwa, no właśnie, nie do końca gościem, bo to w sumie my jesteśmy dzisiaj tutaj gośćmi, jest prezes ALSO, CEO tej właśnie firmy, pan Gustavo Möller-Hergt. First thing that comes to my mind when I hear the name of your company, ALSO, is basically digital transformation. And not because that's a popular buzzword, but the thing that you did with your company, because you were, as a company, you were, just physical wholesaler back in the early 2000s. But right now you're kind of a digital marketplace. Can you describe how that transformation went from the point of physical to cloud and what it is today, and what's the next step?
The reality is, it was not me, because you said you did the trade. No, it was the people. It was our ecosystem who enabled us to transform. Imagine to say, no, I want to introduce a nice ERP system. Mm-hmm. You must have people who are giving you the opportunity to parameterize it, the opportunity to use that, and then you must train the people who at the end of the day are using that. Mm-hmm. And that is not a one-man show. No. I can be only the drum beater. I can put a little bit of rhythm on the transformation journey, but it's important to believe in the people and to enable them to take the decisions to do that like that. Mm-hmm. Because digitalization is a big word. At the end of the day, everything what the digital world is giving us should help us to make things better in shorter time in a way that, first of all, we maintain our human being, mm-hmm. and second, we are having new freedom to create, to elaborate. And that is what I like from this industry, and I like from the company. It was the work of the people inside of that, and the passion how to develop it.
Mm-hmm. I can see that passion today at the keynote, for example, it was quite inspiring. But let me ask you, how do you think the market will change? Because it's not just your company, right? Everyone goes to cloud, basically, but that's one trend. Everyone goes to as a service models. That's another trend. Do you see any other? I know that you are kind of an admirer of as a service models, but is there something else to it?
I believe that the world will not change 100% to as a service.
No.
I think as a service is only a way to consume. It's a route to market. Which is giving us the opportunity in the channel to sell more services behind that, to keep a little bit deeper relationship with our end users, but the world will be not 100% subscription as a service.
No.
I believe maybe 10%, maybe 20% of the total IT business will be that. It depends on which product category, it depends in which company, in which country, in which, what is the philosophy of cash of the company, what is the philosophy of tax payments of the company, because I think that important is to understand that it's only an alternative. I was discussing, because we work already 10 years with our cloud platform. Mm-hmm. And I was discussing with people, they're saying, no, but that means the business will get bigger. I said, no, it will be different. But don't believe because of as a service you will make 10% more.
No, it is a change, not in a value, but it is a change of the way doing things, right?
Exactly, and giving the opportunity to the end users to be state of the art with everything which has to do with the software they have, the devices they have. And that is a big opportunity in a very innovative market like the IT industry.
That's true. And do you think that it is beneficial for small companies? Because, for example, I think that as a service model is very beneficial to smaller companies, which in normal traditional way couldn't get the best state-of-the-art technology, because it's basically
I think that especially the small and medium business have an extremely advantage to as a service model. Why? Because they are getting access to technologies they were not able to get. Yeah. Because, for example, a big artificial intelligence project or a big virtualization project was only for the big guys, for the enterprises. But through as a service model, we reduce the entrance of barrier, and that is giving this medium and smaller business the opportunity to get advantage of the new technologies, to get the necessary flexibility to develop in the future. So and that is beautiful.
So it's especially good thing here in Europe, which is built by small and medium companies, right?
Exactly. By entrepreneurships.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is nice.
That's true. Okay, so I need to ask you about development of your company, because throughout last few years we've seen a lot of acquisitions from your side in Europe. You've acquired a lot of companies, smaller businesses throughout Europe, in Poland also. So is that model will be continued in the future? Will be, spreading its operations throughout the acquisitions?
Okay, first of all, it sounds that we made acquisitions in the last years. That is not true. That is the philosophy. I am working 11 years in the company, and since I began the company, we identify opportunities how to grow the business organically or through acquisitions.
You did both.
And we did both, because if you see, especially in the last 5-6 years, half of the growth is organical, which is great, which is at the end of the day saying we are able to grow without buying.
Yeah, so it's most valuable kind of growth, right?
Exactly. Second, we have a clear philosophy. We acquire companies, first of all, when they give us a value in certain areas where we are not able to deploy fast enough know-how in services, in solutions, which I would say makes sense, especially in countries where we have a dominant position. I don't like the word dominant, important position. It sounds better. And in countries where we are not having an important position, then we are willing to acquire companies in the traditional business, knowing that we can develop them with the know-how we have in the other areas we developed in the last 10 years, in our digital platforms, in the solutions business. And we made in the last 11 years, I think, 22 acquisitions. And it was not a difference between 1 year and another, and it was constantly, without stress and without pause, because, shopping is easy. The issue is how you integrate it. Yeah, are you able to get the spirits? The best example is Poland. You will not believe, I was visiting Poland more than other countries where we have operations.
Really?
Why? Because I believe in the country, and because you have very, very good distributors, very good resellers, and we analyzed that over a period of years, and we were more than 7 years in discussions, because it must come the time, and we must not think that we can do that better than the guys who were managing that. We cannot be arrogant and say we can do that better. And in the philosophy of these acquisitions, we enable and we empower local people because we believe in local, in regionality. We believe there are some issues we can do maybe from a scalability perspective better in a center, but sales, taking care about the customer, taking care about the details, that is a local responsibility.
A local thing, basically.
Yeah, and imagine, we began with a greenfield operation in Poland a couple of years ago. Then we had a nice acquisition of PCF. Then we had the opportunity to integrate ABC data there. And we see, it's incredible with so much changes, the spirit of this group, of these human beings trying to develop and developing the business in the better way. And somebody asked me, why Poland? why you are making your first event in Poland after Corona, why you are having your first physical visit. It's my first physical visit in Poland.
I know,
because I am very careful, very careful. You know, because I took the example of a European song context. And Poland got last year 2 points. They were the best company performing and improving into our group. And that is the reason we decided to make our context here.
Number one topic for last 3 months in Poland is obviously what's going on at our neighbors in Ukraine. We won't discuss war itself because none of us is or politician or military expert. But I want to ask you about something different. How do you think that this kind of situation will affect European markets? Because basically, for example, we have almost 3 million more people in Poland today than we had on the beginning of the year. And, it definitely will make some effect on the Polish market. How do you think that it will affect other markets in Europe?
It's difficult. It's a difficult. First of all, I am not Harry Potter. I cannot say, hey, magic. I know exactly what will happen. I have visions. I think it's a very sad situation.
It is.
And, and from side of my family, we are refugees from European side and refugees from South American side. It's a very complicated situation. And I think what we must understand, these people, and not only in Poland, in whole Europe, will need help and need help. And it's our responsibility to give them help and to help everybody who is affected. And I am not talking about Ukrainian, Russians, or Belarusians, or I don't know what. I'm talking about human beings, about kids who are suffering, and they don't understand what is a political system. And I believe our responsibility is for the human beings behind that. I know that there were a lot of interpretations, yes, but then the IT industry will go up and will go down. And they say, be careful. Be careful having a so clear view in something that nobody knows. If
it's
it
unpredictable,
ends and
basically.
when it ends. Important is that constantly we analyze and we take our social and our business or business and our social responsibility. And saying, no, but you have 3 million people more. That means that you will sell more computers here. These people, they have other problems. We must help them.
Yes.
If we can help them with a computer, if they can buy a computer, it's nice, but that is not the priority.
No.
They must have a house, they must have a roof over the head, they must eat, they must go to school. We have either in Germany, in one area of Germany where we live sometimes, kids in the school, they don't talk English, they don't talk, they talk Ukrainian and Russian. And we help them. There's no discussion. But the majority of these people, they want to go back home.
Yeah, they do.
And I think that is exactly what will be great if humanity can rock it.
That's true. Okay, so I'd like to ask about one more thing, about thing that we tend to forget a little bit because of the pandemics, now because of the war. And before the pandemics, the most important thing, not only in the industry, but all of the media, was ecology and that kind of topics around ecology. And I would like to
warming.
Earth warming, changing climate. Yeah, we
greenhouse effect.
Yeah, exactly. And we discussed it like very often before the pandemic. But after that, it went down as a 3rd or 4th even topic. So I would like to ask you about what do you think that that the role of IT companies like your company is in this sustainable growth and in ecology as itself. What do you think that's the role of such companies are today?
I think ecology is only one part of a word called sustainability, which gets more than ecology. You have social aspects, you have educational aspects, you have ecological aspects. I believe that we must say thank you to the IT industry, that they were able to help us during the first waves of pandemic. I don't believe that pandemic is gone. Pandemic is still there.
I know.
And second, I believe it was incredible job of all the companies, vendors, without saying names, of the whole channel, to enable this communication, some social touch in very difficult times. I don't believe that the earth warming issue will be solved only by one initiative of one company or one program for the company. I believe we must think together. We must put a pathway, a measurement system which include the whole chain where we are talking. I have a lot of discussions about electrical cars, but it's nice, electrical car, you don't have emissions. I say stop.
Yeah, it depends.
You have a reduced effectivity because you transform burning energy in electrical and electrical in mechanical.
And for example, in Poland, we have like most of energy from burning coal. So
you got it.
Electrical
the next
cars
one
like,
is,
makes no
I
sense.
didn't saw a serious calculation of CO2 emissions of recycling of batteries. I didn't saw a serious approach about CO2 emissions on production of. For me, the ecological part is the most complex system, and we cannot think that if the data center is getting green energy, we can discuss 2 hours how green or is not producing CO2. But at the other side, I believe if an industry will be able to help to improve the ecological system, is the IT industry. But it must be an effort that everybody must do together.
So all the industry globally.
Exactly.
Okay. Funny enough, I have something for you today.
Wow.
Yeah. Those are 2 statues, but
Wow.
they are like a little bit sharp, so be careful. One of them is like for you personally, as you can see it. It's of a
Wow, thank you.
industry personality, because we have our own gala today. Our redaction is getting 20 today, so it's like kind of a birthday.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And the other one is for your company, also Polska, for VAD distribution, value-added distribution.
Thank
so
you.
Congratulations. And
Thank you very much.
yes, I almost sure that they won't get you this one to plane because it's very sharp. But
no, I will keep that in the office in Poland. And every time when I come in here, I will feel proud.
Good,
I
great.
got that from you.
Great. So, as I've mentioned, we have our own gala today, so time is getting on us. So, once again, congratulations, and very glad that you found some time to talk with us. And I guess see you soon. And
Thank you very much.
Yes.